So this video will tell you the basics of how to use Inkscape to create and modify graphics for SuperSCADA. So first of all, you can install Inkscape. It's free of charge and you should be able to find out where you can get it from. So we recommend that you start off by opening an existing file. So if you go to the top left here, File, and then Open, and here's a little demo one. Click Open. So this is a sort of a typical graphics page. Now first of all, let me show you how to zoom in and out. So this is the quickest way. So if you hold down the control button and then use the scroll wheel on your mouse to zoom in or out. If you want to move up and down, you don't press anything on the keyboard, just use the little wheel on the mouse to go up and down. And if you want to go left and right, hold the shift button down and use the scroll button on your mouse to go left and right. So if I just go zoom in a bit here and down, so to copy something, so if I want to copy something, just say I copy this. If I do a Control D, I've actually made a copy and the new one is on top of the other one. So if I click on the actual item and then just move it away, and there's the copy. And you've got to make sure you're on this little icon here to the select arrow. If I want to change the size of it, you can click on one of the handles, the corner, and change it to any size you want. But quite often you want to keep it in proportion. So if I want to change its proportion, keep its proportion, then you hold down the control button and that keeps its proportion. Now if I want to go back, Control Z and Control Z, the previous one, or you can go to Edit and Undo here. So here's my original item, so if I want to keep it in proportion, hold down the control button and you can just make it any size you want. Now an item can often be what they call grouped into a number of different items. So I've selected the item here, and if I do a right click inside the item, you can ungroup it by clicking this, and you can see now it's got, if I click on there, you'll see now it's split into two separate items which you can move around. Now if I just scroll this up a bit and then go to this little icon here, which is the edit paths, you click on that and now you've got all the individual points that you can rescale. So I can move one, move the other to create anything that I want. So go back to the let's go back to the rectangular. So this is to create a rectangle, and I draw the rectangle any size I want. Now for the colors, so if you go to the colors, if you go to this little symbol here on the right hand side, it's like a paintbrush, fill and stroke. Now you can also go to Object, Fill and Stroke here just to select it if you haven't got it, so that brings it up here. So there are two colors, the fill bit and then the stroke paint. So if I go to fill, you can see it's green there, and green is of the RGB, it's 02550. So just say I want that to be yellow, so I'd go all the way there to be yellow, so it's 2550 is yellow. And on the stroke, if I look at stroke paint, now it's black, so black is 000. So if I wanted to have it all red, then there it is, and you can have any color of course that you want. Now a rectangle is created by just the definition of a rectangle. So if I go back to select here, and if I change the proportions or size of it, that's fine. If I go to this little symbol here, which is the edit path, you can see the paths here, and now you can change its size as well. But this round one here, if I click on that, you can see how it's just rounds the corners. Now if I want to change it more drastically than that, I can go to path, I can select this thing object to path, and now it creates all the individual points to define this item or this image. So I can grab one and then just change it to any size I want. Now when you look at a point like this, it's got a little round thing here which you can see how you can shape things any way you want. Now if I wanted to rotate that, so you click on select the item, so I've got it selected now, and I go on to rotate. So you can select the angle that you want there and just say it's 22.5 degrees. Then I click on apply, so that just rotates it 22.5 degrees every time I go. Let's look at texts. So here's a text, and if I do a Control D, so I've now got a copy of that. Now move it up here. Let's just make it a bit bigger. Right. Now here is the editing thing for texts. You can also get it from the menu, of course. So all of the fonts are here, and you can have bold and metallic and all sorts of things. And here's the font size. So if I want to change it to 16, size 16, press apply, and it creates it in the font size of 16. There are a whole pile of other things, but we won't go into that at the moment. Now down here I've got a picture. Oops. I've got a picture of a truck, and I'll just zoom in. So this is actual picture, but it takes quite a lot of space to have a true bitmap picture of an item, and if you've got many of these it will really slow things down. So we recommend that you create it, and this is a truck which has been created within Inkscape, and it consists of a whole pile of different bits. So we recommend that you do it like this and not have too many like this. Now if I go onto this and do a ungroup, you'll see how the image has been created by lots and lots of different parts to it. And if I clicked on this, you can see this is the wheel, and I can move that, or Control Z to move backwards or to revert that, or you can go to edit and undo like that. Now there's something else which is quite important as well. If I just scroll out a bit, oops, and just say this is our item here, just make it a bit smaller. If I move it now, you'll see it moves in front of this elevator, and there are plenty of times when you want it at the back. So if you press the end key on the keyboard, it puts it behind this elevator, and you want to bring it to the front, press the home button. You can also go onto the menu here, and it says raise and lower and so on. There's options, but the easiest way to do it is to do the home and the end. Now the save document is easy there, and that just gives you some of the basics to get started with Inkscape. Thank you very much.